Clips, clips.
Alrighty, YouTubes, another one of Kip's Clips, and hopefully I'm not going to get Kip's Clips on rhyme and repeat, but anyway, welcome one and all to this week's Roast of the Week. I think it's going to be getting cold, so yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Anywho, in the evening, a one and all. So, who have we got in the room tonight? Blazing Stars, how you doing? My arsehole is gasping for air. Oh, fucking coincidentally, somebody's in the room is called that as well in the evening. Blazing Ray Vladimir, how yous doing, guys? Dildo Zero, Stewie, 007, how yous all doing, guys? Thanks for joining. Remember, if you appreciate this format, it's like an hour and a half just sitting interacting with the chat. Feel free to stick a wee thumbs up, share it with your friends and family and foes that rely on you guys and girls at home to help the channel and the show grow. So hit the share button if you appreciate Roast of the Week, and remember what I do here is digital busking. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope to do such a good job people at home will find value in what I do and consider using your spare change, not your life savings, on the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. So Blazing, 00, Punk on Whiskey, George in the evening, one and all. So people that have been here before, just kind of reading the chat, and you know, let's do something different and not talk about Brexit, but something along those lines. And how did an actual curiosity or like or penchant for conspiracy or just all that wonderment and stuff, how for some can it lead to propagandising you politically? You know, it's, if you think about it, it's dead strange. There's Barry Turgus, how you doing, my man? Nice to see you in. So in the evening, one and all. I don't know about yous. Back in the day, it was Bigfoot and UFOs on Sky 1 when Sky came. Thank you, Rupert Murdoch. Just don't tell that to Brian Harvey, he'll have a fit. Shh. Oh God. Oh lordy, 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 lordy. It's really, it's beyond a joke now watching Brian. Well, it's not beyond a joke. It's really hard watching him now. Pure. It's like not good, man. But anyway, I'm sure he'll get through it somehow, some way. He's not get any other choice. Aye. Back in the day, it was all DJ Cat Show, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, wee bit of X-Files, wee bit of Crop Circles. And who isn't ball deep in that? Oh, sprinkle a bit of Loch Ness Monster. Or the stuff, I don't know about you, I used to watch it with my dad and stuff, you know. Just that brilliant curiosity. And then somehow, some way, some years later, when you're presented with social medias and the internet, somehow, some way, you think you're doing this yourself, but it's a pre-laid path that you end up Loch Ness Monster, JFK, UFOs, all that good stuff. And I'm not saying that like sarcastically. I mean, it's brilliant stuff to let your mind go and wander down and stuff. And fast forward to 2019, and if you're not careful, the social medias, the algos will take you for a motherfucking ride and disattach you from what some would say would argue is reality. and oh, sorry to even point to it, but it's a fresh example in my head. But even Brian Harvey's videos the night, I don't know if I even got to watch it all, but it was like, cops just went by, looked in my window, I've got it in this cam, I've got it. Oh my god, man, that guy is, and it's the most hot. I see feeling like that way in your house. I mean, it's a pure, oh god, if you weren't mad before, if you weren't crazy before, it would definitely drive you crazy having that. You've no longer got your safe space, for a lack of a better word. But like, you know what I mean, you can't go even home and relax in your house because somehow, maybe he's right, maybe I'm wrong, maybe the Illuminati are out to get him or whatever, but that feeling he's got, and this is just my best guess, fucking seems horrible. Seems absolutely horrible, and sort of even fucking spew out some of the conspiracist rhetoric, but it really is the fight or flight mode he's in. That's why he's perched at the window, fucking having his wee rollies, and mate, I've seen the whole story, and he's not particularly getting harassed. You don't. Oh, mate, my opinion on this story would trigger you a gudgeon. I'm thinking, if your boy's deep, like, I'll give you an example. See the death threats that he got, that the cops came round, and that's like, it's honestly, God, man, that's like fucking Arkham Asylum effect there, right? He's on the YouTubes talking about his life being under threat, just because his perception that Murdoch's going to kill him, right? Real or not, argue that one out. And people at home are watching this, and whether genuine or not, are just fucking to fuck with the guy, they're phoning the cops and going, this guy's get threats to his life. And the cops are duty bound to go and report this to the person who alleged reports of threats to their life, if there is. And thus, the windy licking circle is complete. And I know you shouldn't really laugh at it and all that, but I'm no shitting you, man. That's the reality of what happened. Just that one example. Other examples, like all this evidence that he's going on about and all that, it's a very complex thing, and his evidence doesn't really prove many crimes, or it doesn't prove any new crimes that haven't already been dealt with, even though they've been swept under the carpet. But it wasn't really swept under the carpet. Murdoch did lose the news of the world from it, and a few people did get moved sideways and stuff, right? And I think that's closer to reality than... And I know Brian Harvey now, on his from there to there, out in his arse, feels wronged. Nobody's listening to him. But he's in this to me it just seems this manic rotation. God, you know that April Fool's joke he done today? I was hoping. I was like, oh wow. I was like, wow, yes, the penny's dropped. This cunt's going to move on and build something new in his life. And you know, people can't understand you can come to that opinion for like a genuine compassion for that guy's own fucking well-being, and not that I'm some sort of a Illuminati deep state agent shilling like a villain for the Murdoch. I don't know, I'm just trying to keep somewhat of my body fucking touched down on terra firma. So, So in the evening there's Flo, Flying Irish, 007, Ray Winston. I don't think it's so much social media, it's just the inevitable use of new forms of communicating messaging. And the new form of communication messaging is bing bong wing dong ding bong. Smartphones, fucking vibrators coming out your arse and all that. That's just Saturday night, but I mean, you get notifications for all your apps and ding boop boop boop. You're so connected, and if you manage successfully, from a marketing point of view, to jack some cunt's stream and you would like micro-target them using very simple, well-aware demographics. Jim Dawson's expertise is demographics. And there'll be more people who are very much geniuses in demographics and know how to spin a yarn for everybody. .007, I'm not even kind of disputing the general narrative of Brian Harvey's conspiracy, but there's nobody keeping it in perspective or on terra firma. All the accusations, the phone hacking and all that has been fucking... They've done the fucking... the shimmy shuffle. they've dealt with it. They've thrown PR at it. It cost them the news of the world. But hey ho, people get moved sideways and the show moves on. People can cry, bitch and moan. All they're going to do is destroy their own life. And do you know what 007 I guarantee? Well, I don't guarantee. I would imagine there's definitely people out there with a dog in the fight who would love to wind this guy up to high heaven. Make him look like a loon ball. It doesn't stop the cold hard reality. He keeps on going about evidence which isn't really evidence of a crime that hasn't been tried and went through. And I believe the evidence of the story and all the stuff that he's pointing at, it's clear that he's fucking involved in a fucking world of shite. Right, here's my best synopsis. Him and his manager fell out for whatever reason. His manager used his connections into the media world to destroy him. Those connections came in the way of Rupert Murdoch's wee clique and his media empire. Murdoch wasn't sitting there going, my little daughter used to like his 17, now she doesn't. Get that, Harvey. No, it's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's the industry, isn't it? There's fucking cretins, pimps, poofs, they're getting everything, all in the music industry, all getting peddled in this big fucking circus around boy bands and girl bands, which is very close to just basically male and female prostitution, isn't it? So, like, I don't know. I feel sorry for the guy, man. He's been drove fucking batshit crazy. He needs to stay away from fucking YouTube. People are feeding his madness, and probably they don't even understand. I don't even think people understand what they're doing. You know, rather it's like the guys in it's like a manic rotation, and it's the same shit. I mean, he's literally now going all over the same stuff again and again and again. And like, I hate to even go back down this route, but what's Einstein's definition of madness? I don't even think it was Einstein that said it, but anyway, that fucking doing the same shit, different results, expecting different. He's not going to get different results. I don't know who he's trying to convince. The courts are corrupt. Let's use the courts to take fucking Murdoch to fucking get justice. Right, hold on. Right, so Brian Harvey, what you want is justice, right? So you need, like, let's get in line here, man. See all the thousands of people who have been screwed over by the system before you? You special or something? I forgot you sold 2 million albums or whatever it was. Anyway, nah, do feel pure fucking sorry for the guy. I feel annoyed at people poking him with a stick, to be honest. Statute of limitations is passed. On his cases is legally dead. Aye, so I think anything he wanted to do would have to be civil. And even then, I think the shit that he would take into the civil had all forms of legalese, cover your arse shite when people get paid. I forgot more than I remember about that case, right? And I'm not saying it was fucking... It's obviously one big kind of cover-up on it. Why can't people grasp this? I know, Flo, it's unbelievable, man. It's like... That is the reality. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. It's the system in which we operate. Brian Harvey and all the... And he can sit there and want a lawyer to take his case, but a lawyer's looking at it and go, you ain't got a case. And then Brian Harvey's breaking down fits of tears and going, my evidence! And people are feeding this madness loop without just pointing at the simple reality. And I don't know if it's because people are wanting to get the monkey to dance in the cage to watch him. Because I tell you what, man, I'm definitely fucking morbidly curious fucking watching this. He was sitting in the night like, oh, only this amount of views here, and the amount of this views now. Saying to myself, well, you should have fucking had the noose out earlier then, man, made your viewing figures go through the roof. I'm saying that jokingly, by the way. But, anywho, it's tragic to watch. What else can you say about trying to whisper in the guy's ear? And he's obviously fucking, whoever's got his ear right now, or not, I would argue, not giving him any worthwhile advice. It seems to be feeding his madness. I mean, what about his mum and sister and shit? Why are they not fucking taking him away and locking him away in fucking a caravan for a couple of weeks? Here's some diazepam, man. Go and chill the fuck out. Instead of fucking live streaming it all. Anyway, I digress. Cannon, Fodder, Blazing Stars, Eric, Helen Baby, Graham, S. Smith, Verdum, Tom, Jan, Smith, and there's Ray Winston in as well. So in the evening, one and all. James 007 and James Bond in the fucking same room, man. Who's the real one? There's only one way to find this out. Fight. The Brian Harvey thing is almost a microcosm of what's happening in society. Aye. What's even mentaler about it is the conspiracy of the conspiracy of the conspiracy. Right? Like... And look, I've got my fucking own conspiracy of the conspiracy of the conspiracy, so each to their own. But just when sometimes, you know, when I see like people still stuck in that everything's a hoax stuff, brain stuck there. So cops are fake, the helicopter's fake, the clock is fake, the watch is fake. I mean, smart arses. And they think they're a smart arse just by licking Windows, licking too much Windows 10. You should see what I have seen when I'm licking Windows. He went to the red rooms with small limbs. Oh, fucking hell, 007, you're confusing me. You're not 007 though, I'm 007. That makes my head hurt. Well, let's have a wee look at how the general scenario what's happened with the individual who happens to be Brian Harvey can be a fractal microcosm of what's happening at large. Right. People think I'm mental for saying we've never had it so fucking good, man, you know? There's cunts dying of overeating and shit. Having too many vaccinations and shit, right? And I'm not even arguing these topics, I'm just pointing out that facts that we've never had it so good. I'm not saying there isn't 10 ton of shit that happens in the world. We've recently just had technology which has more or less opened up every corner of the fucking globe to some sort of fucking lens or camera, whether it be HD or just fucking 480 or whatever. And we're all nosy bastards, we like to watch it all. And if you control somebody's diet, or somebody's lens into that world when they think they're looking at the whole thing, and they're not. They're looking at a fucking narrative. You can create the illusion that it's the worst of times when it's the best of times. Because, like, there's 40 million wars going on, and there's people dying left, right and centre, and there's a wee genocide here, a wee bit of ethnic cleansing here and shit, right? And there's no denying that stuff. And I know I'm laughing and pissing my pants, I'm not taking it lightly. I'm just saying, get it in perspective. You know, go and look at history. That's what I'm kind of saying. And relatively speaking, things have never been so good. So, if you control that lens, you can make everything seem like it's the apocalypse now. Look at Brian Harvey. He's like, oh, the guy's a fucking wreck, right? I can't. I'm putting it politely. Wise Five once said, you can't, if you're fucking, how are you meant to save anybody else if your whole boat is full of holes and that cunt's got a fucking boat that's been in an episode of fucking the A-Team, right? And you know what those cunts in the A-Team fucking can do? They can blow holes and shit. Can't he shoot any human beings? But they can blow holes and stuff. And his boat's been had the A-Team go over it a few times. Or the bad guys for the A-Team. And now he's rocking about trying to save the world again. And it's like, priorities, mate, you really... I'm no expert, but it's just that simple analogy. You need to get a solid foundation for yourself as a human being. An interest away from this internet pursuit of like fucking going after Murdoch's mob, and it's not because I'm shilling for them. It's because it's destroying your life, mate, and who's going to win? Who's winning? So, cost-benefit analysis box, smart, not hard. Anyway, I digress. iPhone, I know, we stay in the day of the iPhone ray gun. This is a like, shields up, iPhone shield. Fucking running around, filming each other, fucking being bampots, thinking we know the law. Oh, you know, there are some sort of a third world tin pot dictatorships that still exist in this world. I would love to take all these fucking people in Britain or the West, you predominantly see them in the conspiracy world, and it's like, it's the worst of times, look at the cops' brutality and stuff. I have to drop them in a real fucking third world fucking dictatorship. Imagine Based Amy, Red Cap Boy, flung in the middle of a tin pot dictatorship. They would end up, I would have a broken jaw in the first 2.5 minutes. Oh, Based Amy would get fucking flung in a prison and raped and shit, man. Oh, God. No. No. She'd get murdered. She wouldn't shut the fuck up. This bitch in Lenin. You know? And then they come over here. And it's not like I'm any great lover of cops. Just see in the grand scheme of things. And would you rather have or not have cops? Anyway, I digress. There's Jack Bond. Jack Bond. I think they're talking about Brian Harvey. I didn't notice how pissed up he was, punk. Was he on the gear? Or was it on the lagger? I was listening to a wee bit of it as well, and it was funny because it was like saying all the usual UKIP rhetoric. Then he was like, "Now we're going to put on Panodrama," and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Passes that iPhone. You got to bring that. Did you bring that battery pack? Fucking 4,000 windy lickers in a field, fucking all trying to jack into the 4G. That's 4G shite. Well, all the time thinking 5G is some direct energy weapon that's going to kill them because UKIP told them. The irony of some of this shit's fucking phenomenal, man. It's really phenomenal. Anyway. Just alcohol, you think? Let's see, how am I doing? Facebook is Facebook is sheep herd mentality. Oh, aye, mate. Let's face it. This whole social media construct is giving every cunt a wee platform to do their dance to their particular brand of audience and get accolades. If it's not making content, it's adding the comments. If it's not doing that, it's getting involved in trolling operations or, you know, thinking you know, all the fucking variants that's out there. The new digital army of people out there. And all the variants. All the wee hacking clicks and all the wee armies over here and groups and subgroups and stuff. It's mental what's happened. It's not mental. I suppose it was inevitable. Paul Ray, Flying Irish, the Punk on Whiskey. Yeah, Punk on Whiskey. You can't talk about that fucking Tommy Robinson having a wee tip away. Every time you come to this chat, you're on the old whiskey. Oh, exactly, Flying Irish. It is. It's still safety in numbers. It's a naturally hardwired into us. I agree with you there, buddy. Tracy Blackwell at war with Amy Bacon. Oh dear. I mean, see that, what's her name? Tracy Blackwell. Pauline Fowler, as I like to call her. But that's another. See me look at that. That's disgusting, the way that they've groomed her to become a wee soldier for her. I don't know, maybe she was that way politically inclined before she swallowed a lot of conjecture. I don't know. I don't even want to touch on the subject. It's so fucking horrible, but that's how she's been got. That's how she's been got to, in my humble opinion. Based Amy's head was just gone. Red Cap Boy, he was just fucking 95% window licker. Aye, Helen, baby, I just need to sort. Oh God, do you know what? I think I might have a Skype message that I need to answer from him. I'm shite at organising stuff. But aye, it would be good to have a wee chat with Auntie Gangs. Oh, the divisions are there, man. I mean, there was in Glasgow. Fucking boy, might have had nothing to do with football, but probably did in some level. There was some boys getting stabbed in the town yesterday because of the football, and unfortunately, people seem to be, and every demographic out there seems to be getting poked with some sort of a stick. It's not just your football fans. It's not just people who are politically minded. It's not just people who are old, young, dumbass millennials, whatever bracket you fall into. Lots of demographics are getting poked with a stick, and this general narrative of just it's the worst of times. You know, something's got to change, something's got to happen, and it is, isn't it? You don't need to be a PhD in politics to know that the political landscape in pretty much every political corner of the world I know has changed drastically in the last 5 to 10 years. Scotland, Zeke Howe, the SNP, you know. England, the Conservatives are pretty much dead in the water. Labour are unelectable. Lib Dems are dead. There's a new party formed. So it's fertile ground. Europe as well. Look at the rise of the right that's just recently happened to swing and all those politics. Tomo on the line. You know, football and let's be honest about it, it's the bread and circuses of the predominantly working class. Although it's kind of the upper working class now. Wasn't it good enough to be working class? Did they bounce in and go, here, slave, you want to fucking pimp out your fucking council shack? You've got the right to buy. Cheers, Margaret Thatcher. Freedom and all that. You're not just dividing the poor and get from the poorer. Anyway, I digress. Rugby is the sport to appease the middle class, isn't it? And hunting peasants is for the upper class. Just ask Jack the Ripper. Galloway's having another go as well. I mean, I used to propagate a lot of Galloway's stuff. I'd say obviously because of his pro-Palestinian stuff. But then when you would listen to his politics, more general, like in a wider context, it's a bit of schizophrenic. But anyway, I digress. Looks like I need a wash. A couple of hours in the hot tub couldn't have been long enough, eh? But hey ho. Just when my asshole was getting its breath as well. How come Scotland keep going on about leaving Great Britain with the Brexit crap? Well, it's weird, isn't it, mate? Because again, up here you've got it divided into two camps, and those two camps have, like, depending what camp you fall into, is what side of politics you'll support, whether it be Brexit and unionism or independence and pro-EU, and it's just polar opposite. Again, it's very strange, you know. Mel Gibson in Braveheart managed to pave the way for the windy-licking masses of Scotland to want independence without even thinking a wee bit deeper about it. You know, that the concept of we want independence and then hand all your powers over to Brussels. It makes no iota of sense to me. Their whole argument isn't based. There's no logic to it. If the SNP were talking about real independence and stuff, they wouldn't be talking about handing everything over to the EU and just becoming a member state of the European Union. I mean, if you're wanting independence, you're wanting independence. It's not swapping one union for the other. So straight away, the SNP's full of shite, and that's just my stance on the SNP. Cool, somebody doing donuts. And it's very easy for the SNP to mobilise the masses up here because of Mel Gibson. You just need to fucking put Flower of Scotland on, Mel Gibson, some Robbie Burns, and find some footage of maybe Scotland scoring a football goal against England or something, and boom, shakalaka. Mel Gibson done 9/11. You know it's Stewie. You know it's Stewie. I seen that. World's wildest conspiracies as well. It was presented with Jack Bond. You're right, mate. If you logically analyse politics, it's the hypocrisies and double standards, and pretty much it boils down to the argument, well, we done it better back then. No, we didn't. They done it better. I mean, there's no any. I think if you analyse what the politics is, it's a theatre which allows you to organise the deck chairs on the Titanic, or have a say, a democratic say, and what to do with the crumbs that fall off the table. But you certainly don't have any direct democratic link to the decision-making process about the big block of cheese on the table. You just get to hire somebody to stand in a house and go and make fucking noises all day. You know, Vlad, I know Flower of Scotland isn't that old, let's say. Mel stirring up feelings everywhere. Well, Stewie, here's the thing, mate, talking about this kind of Scotland leaving, Ireland leaving. It just appears to be a fight for power between a couple of groups. These groups being, let's say, the predominantly European corporations, and the other group being the predominantly Anglo-American corporations, the old guard, and they wrap it all up in shite, and ultimately you're going to get very similar slave conditions by both groups ruling you. But they're obviously going to tell you it's apocalyptic if the other group gets it in and stuff, and make you want to go and hit people over the head with sticks or something in the name of politics. And if that's your bag, do it, but I know that I'm not doing it. Money rules over puppet politicians. Aye, Eric, money does behind money is power. You know, power allows you to generate money, if that makes sense. Oh God, what's happening? Have I got bad audio or something? London left Britain in the 90s. Never heard of that one. Witness the Tree. Are you talking about the city of London or Greater London? Or was there something weird? But hey ho, everything's possible. I'm the founding father of Estonia, and people think that's batshit crazy, and I thought it was even more batshit crazy. And then I think somebody sent me a link of the list of people who have done exactly what I've done. I'm just doing it guerrilla style. I'm trying a different tactic, you know. But hey, so everybody should start up their own country. That's like. Of course, Helen, baby, I'm a wise man. That's why I get the free monkeys. No bad audio. Oh God, Eric, you've confused me now. Are you saying no? There's no bad audio or no bad audio? Anyway, I'm going to take it. The audio's alright. Hold on, I can actually do this. Let me see. Get free monkeys. Sounds alright. The fact that money isn't consequential to those puppet masters says enough as to what its purpose is. Well, I think the clue with money is it's not so much who's got the most. You know, money's often referred to as currency, so having it sitting stagnant, it's not generating that much power. But it sounds like simple economics, doesn't it? But you want the money out there, flowing, generating shit. Because as we all know, money's an illusion anyway, so it's not really anything nowadays. So who can muster the biggest flow of money? And people have got to be aware of the City of London and the financial. I mean, like, are people aware? I'm going to fuck up the details right now, right? But for people that want to, this is an ignorance I'm going to have to improve, because this is something to do with it. Right now, the City of London is one of the financial hubs of the world, if not the biggest. It spawned other areas of the world, like it was in Hong Kong. I'm trying to think of other wee areas. There's all these wee financial kind of blobs, New York and all that. If you go and trace back how the money market started there, it was predominantly money and corporations, corporate interests from the City of London. And you now have, with the emerging EU, a growing political will to try and chip away at some of that dominance that the City of London has with financial markets. And I know we're all told it's because of immigrants this and Muslim that and jihadi this and jihadi that. I think that's closer to the real reason why we have competing elements here. As I said, it's corporate interests. the Germans and the French have a developing business interest with China as the Silk Road, the new Silk Road comes into completion, and the train lines are going to get upgraded to high speed and shit. Forgot more details than I can remember just now, but basically China's going to have a direct train and road route. I think it's just a rail line at the moment into Western Germany, the heart of the EU, which again with the emerging economic dominance of China. Now, there's a few projections out there which I think are noteworthy, and that was by this has been out for maybe 5-10 years or something. By 2050, China not only is predicted to be the largest economy in the world, India's predicted to be the second largest. And there you get the BRICS coming into it. Now, the very American-centric interests that are at the heart of the American dominant economy right now, they've got a dog in the fight to hamper the development, economically speaking, of China and India, and thus more broadly the BRICS. And again, that's more broader economic reasons for a lot of this friction. And I suppose, like me, right or wrong, coming to these conclusions, it leaves a lot of the fear, because it's like rich cunts arguing about rich things. And it's not the narrative you've been fed off of YouTube where it's good versus evil, the Illuminati versus this, Satanists versus fucking godly people, and good versus evil and all the shite, the childlike narratives that were spun on the social medias, which allow us to then come to the headspace where you stay in fairyland and you walk around and go, I see injustice, let me film this, put it on YouTube, and I will solve the injustice. It's like, it just doesn't work that way, man. Anyway, maybe that makes some sense. Oh, I know, Helen, but do you not get some real crazy ass fucking cults over there, man? Fucking, is it not ricin attacking? I know there'll be some sort of Illuminati sacrifice conspiracy around it and all that, but I think Tokyo have its crazy. Was that all that nationalistic cult or something that done that gas attack in the Tokyo subway? Alan, with a smile like that, man, you could lick a fair windy or two, mate. You want to be licking some clean windies, if you get me. Oh, God. You should see what I have seen when I'm looking windows. Well, I'm just happy, Helen, I can go and get my kebab without having to fight off too many jihadi attackers, so I'm good. Do you know, I've not had a kebab in fucking ages. Don't know where that's. Some kebab master somewhere just zapped me with a fucking advertising gun like that. Boop. I'm gonna get a kebab soon. Well, Jack Bond, let's be honest, social media is one big massive fucking experiment. And are we naive to think there aren't people playing around with it to see how it can be used to influence the masses? And there's some very nefarious people that have entities, demons, goblins. There seems to be some right wallopers that are out there fucking trying to poke cunts with sticks for a variety of reasons. I mean, you just get these wee 4chan groups and all that go out there just attacking channels and shit, man. You'd need to be young, dumb and full of cum to understand that world. You know, when you're just young and stupid. All for the, what do they say? All for the lols. Aye. Lots of salad and tons of sauce. Lovely chilli sauce. I don't do the yogurt stuff. Takes away from the which is always a desired effect. Witness in the Tree, what is that, like Tommy Sheridan or oh god, was it Tommy Sheridan or Tommy Sheridan? Oh, apparently he has poked his head up like on the social media parapet. But no surprise there, eh? But tune in tomorrow for a complete roundup. Yeah, it's nearly an hour. Naan kebabs are the bomb. Oh, you know what? I don't... Salad cream? That sounds strangely nice. But salad cream, I can eat anything with salad cream. But you know what? I listen to a wee bit of Talk Sport. Talking about... Here, this is... You want me to show you an example of micro-targeting? So I listen to Talk Sport on an app on my phone. Through the magic of apps, it knows the location I'm at through IP address. And it goes to fucking head office and they send out Glasgow Pacific ads. And being Talk Sport and being a Glasgow Pacific ads, there's a new kebab shop. It's called fucking German Donners or something that opened up in Glasgow. It sounds fucking amazing. Not that the adverts worked on me or anything, you know. But aye, so there's I need to check that out, man. Seems like it's like trying to be an upmarket kebab shop, you know. It's not like a greasy doner kebab, it's a German kebab. So I'm hoping fucking big lederhosens and big jugs. The big beer jugs. But maybe some big Fräuleins as well with the big jugs. Bring them to your table, I don't know. But I'm going to go and try a kebab. And that example of micro-targeting is an example of how the far right use, not just the far right, but all political persuasions and all forms of arseholes out there who can micro-target demographics. That's how Jim Dawson is successful in what he does. Because that's his expertise. It's a kind of like science. Science! Oh, like salad. Oh, so it'll be like... Sounds interesting. So not Heinz salads. Oh, I know what you're talking about, mate. The big white bottles. All the kebab shops have them, don't they? Or a lot of them do. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'd definitely give it a try anyway. Jim Dawson's behind a lot of he does the Templar report, that's his little baby, which he seems to do in conjunction with Nick Griffin, if the guy in the hood is Nick Griffin. He used to work for the BNP, used to work for Britain First, he's worked for Project Identity. You should see what I have seen when I'm licking windows. Anyway, Jack Buckby. Now, if you look at this is a core of little wee cretin. This is a core of people from the BNP back in the day. Tommy Robinson, Nick Griffin, Jim Dawson, Joe Owens, and like Gremlins, it appears that Big Daddy fucking BNP cunts fucking fed some fucking ugly gremlin after midnight and boop, 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 and lots of wee independent journalist balls have popped up, all from the same gremlin, pushing quite the same shit. But one of those gremlins is over here wearing lipstick, and one over here is fat and looks like Alex Jones. One over there is like literally Ian R. Crane. I mean, fucking hell. That's what gremlins really are. It's really your alt-right individual talking heads. And it's... Colin... really, the real victims of the world. Well, all I can say is... they do love a good violin, don't they? So fucking, they're always bitching and moaning about being a victim. So maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Who knows, mate? Well, apparently I'm a Jew and I don't feel like a victim yet. But we're the Jews that got away with our foreskins intact. Smart ones. That Buck Bait and Gavin Innes in the same room, never. Well, I just think it's naive to ignore your core number of... When would all of those people that I just mentioned been in the BNP at the same time? Griffin, Dawson, Robinson, Joe Owens, and no doubt, I'd love to actually do a wee bit more background. There's people out there a lot wiser on this stuff than me. And now Jack Buckby as well. Sorry, that's why I'm thinking that. Jack Buckby as well. He was a wee BNP dude. And now they're all bouncing about in independent media, claiming to be independent journalists. All seeming to cater to slightly different demographics, but with an overarching right-wing slant on the world. But it's just a coincidence. Oh, right here, do you want to hear a good joke? I started watching a thing on Netflix. What's it called? It's got night in it, something. Hold on. Right, and it's kind of... Well, it seems to be a wee bit of a story of the Knights Templar legend and stuff, right? Let me find the name of it, I forgot. Night Oaks, Night Enders, Nights in the Street. Can't remember. But remember, if you watch TV, you're Illuminati, deep state confirmed. Oh, you shut up. you. Right. Oh, Nightfall. That's what it's called, Nightfall. Right, and there's obviously in that this is a cracking joke, so pay attention. In Nightfall, it's portraying the persecution of the Jews and all that good stuff, all that historical context, and there's a wee guy on his soapbox taking the piss out the Jews and all that, and he's like, "Do you want to know why the Jews have such big noses? It's because the fresh air is free." It's like, fucking hell. Oh, that's a good joke, man. But you're not allowed to fucking laugh at stuff like that anymore, apparently. But I thought that was quite good. So, anybody that's got the Netflix, put in the code KIPSCLIPS and I get 2 pence in my Netflix account. Nightfall. It's not too shabby. Ezra was a Millwall boot boy in the 70s. You been serious, mate? It's that quiet nights in. Thank you, Craig Shalom. Oh. Somebody was in my chat saying that they were going to tell No More Jews news to listen to me. Bed bugs. Anywho, what time's that? 9 o'clock. Right. I will be thinking about buggering off not too shortly. You know, it's genuinely enlightening to be able to go around your business right now without your arsehole making buttons over something. I mean, I surely can't be the only one that's noticed this, but your average Tom, Dick and Harry out there, every cunt's arse is fucking making buttons over this Brexit thing, and it's mass confusion. Nobody has a fucking Scooby-Doo what's happening, what's meant to happen. It's the Brexit cokey, innit? Oh, cokey. Or the hokey cokey. Sign of a misspent youth, you don't know the hokey cokey. Anyway. You know, I've been watching a wee bit of Joe Rogan recently. It's better. I already feel better for mixing up my media diet a wee bit. It's just funny the way he sits there and gets pied-eyed and just talks shite, kinda. But it's better than a lot of the piss out there. Bed bugs ever? Oh, hokey cokey. And out, shake it all about. Right, that's getting 9:10. It's over an hour. Who's Joey Diaz? Is that the guy that gets fucking higher than any cunt else? Hokey cokey cokey. Hokey cokey cokey. Anyway, everybody, that's enough sweaty ball syndrome from me for one night. And sweaty ear syndrome as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Mate of Rogan. Come on the Harry, Colin, come on the Harry. Oh, he's a jiu-jitsu guy, right? Aye, well, Rogan's into all his martial arts and all that, apparently, isn't he? I'm very new to that whole thing. I don't know much about him at all. The hidden hand of Harry will save us all. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed tonight's Monday night roast. I'm going to call it a night. That's over an hour I've done. So make sure you thumbs it up, you share it with your friends and your families and your foes. Help the channel and the show grow. I rely on you guys and girls at home. Remember what I do here as well is digital basking. Everything's available and accessible free of charge. I hope you do such a good job. People at home will find value in what I do and consider using your spare change, not your life savings, and the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to everybody that does. Nibiru. Fuck knows, man. Well, I don't know. It keeps coming round all this time. Cuban guy. God bless Her Majesty. Good night all. Aye, night everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for joining. And tune in tomorrow night for not the InfoWars Nightly News. But for tonight's roast, catch yous all.
Cips clips.
Damn it. Get out of here.